Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Guys, the chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we went ahead and we went to 5 yards to see if you guys should make the same path and the same choice. And spoiler alerts, it's awesome. It's awesome. So we're going to break down the attack strategy. We're going to break down the base, and we're going to break down the tech tree as we always do. And if you haven't already, guys, I do appreciate it if you just take a second and simply subscribe to the channel. It does mean a lot as we are heading close to 30,000. It would be nice to hit that at some point. So if you watch videos regularly, do me a favor, click that stupid button, and let's go ahead and move on here. So here's where we're at, 20 and 1 star. So that was enough to get us back on the global leaderboard. I don't want to scroll all the way through it, but I'm like 450, something like that. But yeah, so here's the base that I'm using, stolen from Mr. Pirate Pete himself. And yeah, so the base is good. I don't have a Sky Shield. I don't have a Doom Cannon. I don't have defensive building damage. But yeah, so I'll zoom out and let you guys screen grab this because a lot of you will be able to use this base. The only thing I was thinking about doing, and I haven't needed to because it's been, you know, outside of one boss fight, it's been all wins. I was thinking maybe moving this cannon and this rocket launcher over here just to make the split drops a little bit trickier. But as you can see, we haven't really needed to do that yet. So yeah. That's the base, and let's go over the tech tree next. So you can see here, we got a lot of tokens. I did put the rockets up to tick 4. Now, I don't think that was massive. Ooh, look at that, another top player's looking for match. I don't think that was massive, but it brings us one step closer. We need 1 million more tokens or 3 more chests to get our maxed out rocket launchers. And you see there's still a lot of stuff left here to upgrade. So, I mean, it's tough saving up for something that expensive and then letting everything else kind of dwindle to the side, so to say. But yeah, now some people were saying heavies are a good push point. I think if you're stuck in 4, maybe if you're gonna be a 4 for a while, I think the heavy Zuka brick meta is probably gonna take over that pretty soon. So that's definitely a viable option if you want to go that way. But I think what I would do if I was gonna go heavies is just go all out and get heavy Zukas and brick, because it's a very long time. Other than rocket choppers, you know, we have scorchers and then we have heavy choppers, but it's a long time till we get some new troops. So I'm still going with the riflemen. They've been solid. We'll show you the times in a sec. But the next thing we want to do, that's going to be the most important, if you guys are backfilling rocket launchers, they're not that big of a deal until you add the building damage to them. So that's going to be my next stop, is to simply get the building damage. I honestly don't know where we're going to go from there. Shish was kind enough to give us 1 key vacuum here. Actually, Crying might be good. To bring in a couple, since we're using Rifleman Bomber or Heavy Zuka. So yeah, we'll see. I'm constantly surprised by the season, so in a good way. So let's see what the meta kind of dictates once we get towards that. But yeah, the attack strategy, that's what we want to go over next. So I've been getting some pretty good times, I think, at 5ER. Now, basically, you just want to be above 2 minutes. Above 2 minutes is pretty consistent, pretty safe. There was one guy that got some ridiculous time on me. I think it was this one. Yeah, he got a 230. So I'll show you this. This was with rocket choppers. And this was a wild hit that I honestly would not be sure how to replicate. I did see a few rocket choppers out today. For the most part, they fizzled. And I think that's got a lot to do with my boom cannons being ranked 3. If we rank those up, I think we'll have a lot better chance against them just because they're that much harder to take down. But this was not an easy hit, what this guy did. So, you know, props to him for having the gunboat energy to pull that off. But, yeah, so what we're doing on offense, let's go. I actually want to show that 216. I think that 216 was my best time. Yeah, at 5ER, 216 is fast with the troops that I'm using. So, pretty common base here at 5. This one doesn't have a Sky Shield, though, and the rockets are not maxed out. So it's pretty straightforward. I also lost Spark right away on this one, which didn't help. It's pretty straightforward, and it depends on the base. So what you want to do is you want to take 3 riflemen and 5 bombers, and the first attack, there's always a delay drop. So the first attack is letting the 3 rifles and, 2 rifles, 3 bombers, letting those guys go in, clear out just enough to where you can put either 1 boat of rifles and 1 boat of bombers, or 1 boat of bombers, and then just make sure you clear the mines and shock the boom cannons or whatever's down there. You can do that as well. and then we simply want to delay drop. So you want to delay drop at 5 engines in 3 parts. So the first clearing part is for all the defenses where they're trying to pull you one way. It could be towards the center. It's usually down towards the left here, kind of like mine. I think it'll actually be easier to just look at my base. So you want to use 2 rifles and 3 bombers, and then let them get down to, say, around that flamethrower and boom cannon. Then you want to delay drop another rifle and a bomber. And in this instance, we would just do the rest. We would do 1 rifle and 2 bombers down the right side to clear off the rest of that. If it's the opposite way, and it's kind of like this circle base over here, what we can do instead is we can, again, use our 2 rifles and 3 bombers off the start. And then what we want to do is simply delay drop another rifle and a bomber over here, and then maybe 1 bomber down this way if we need to send them that way. And that's going to allow us to take down all angles of the base at all times. So let's just get into some hits here, and it'll probably be easier to visualize if we actually do it rather than just talking about it. Sorry that took so long, but yeah, so let's see what we can get here. Oops, let's try that again. Let's see what we can get here. Maybe we can push up a little bit higher, but yeah, I was happy just to get to rank 20 because that's going to allow us to get maxed rocket launchers that much faster. And yeah, that's going to be the biggest thing, is if we can get those max rockets sooner than later. And like I said, they're not going to be huge in and of themselves. Now this one. So let's take a look over here for a sec. This, I cannot just send bombers down because I have no way really of stopping that boom cannon. It's going to be tricky. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go like, whew, this is actually going to be tough. Let's go 1, 2, 1, 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delay drop. I'm going to delay drop Spark and a Boda bomb. Now I got 1 rifle and 1 bomber going left, so I'm going to have to go Spark and 1 bomber going right, I think. Yeah, I think that's how we're going to have to do this, but either way we got to wait a little bit here. So let's shot there, let's go critters down here, and let's just let them hang out here for a second. Yeah, so we're going Spark, and I think we can throw that out now. We're going to go Spark and 2 bombers over here. Let's see what happens there. And then we can do 1 rifle and 1 Boda bombers down that way in just a moment. We're going to throw a barrage right about here. Let's go another critter down there. We got to save those bombardiers. Shock up here. And ooh, this is risky for sure. Let's go like this now. 1, and delay those guys a little bit. Okay, looking all right there. Looking all right, looking all right. Let's go. Oh, I did not plan that rocket being right. Okay, so what I want to do next here is we want to get rid of these mines and just make everything target with rifles. A little bit all over the place here, but I think it'll work. Okay, they're on the boom cannon, perfect. Let's go ahead and shock the shock. Shock that shock. We're at 220 here. We've got that guy down. So at this point, we just want to focus over here. Come on, we need that shock. We need that shock. And how are we looking over there? We're getting ready to flare. 1, 2, go. And yeah, a little bit slow. Not the end of the world. And I missed that barrage. I kind of threw it too far to the back, but let's see. So 155, this could go either way. Whew. But yeah, so that's kind of how you want to look at doing it. There we go, 142. Let's go, dude. Yeah, so that's kind of how you want to look at doing it, guys. Is it's all about just splitting up the attack. It's all just about getting on those, getting on the right angle. And if you just throw all your troops out at once, they're just going to be way too slow. So that's why we want to make sure that we're splitting them up the right way. And yeah. All right. Do we have time for one more? Do we have time for one more? Let's see what. I don't think we do, but 155. There we go. But like I said, that was a little bit slow. So I mean, ideally we would get it a little bit quicker than that. And yeah, that one was just tough because I haven't gone against that base yet exactly. So let's take a look. Let's take a peek. I think that's going to bring us into. I got excited for a sec there. I was like, oh, number 4. Shout out to my friends list. Hey, number 1 in the task force. I'll take that. And ooh, only 12 in Canada. Damn. Yeah, the Canada leaderboard has gotten much more competitive the last few seasons. All right, let's kind of scan through here. We got to get to diamond. That's the next biggest thing is we just got to do everything that we can to push into diamond. And I don't think we have the tech to get there just now, but I mean, we're at 369, so we always get the 69 numbers this season. So yeah, there it is, guys. I hope that helps you out. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, don't forget to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you the next one, guys. Chicken out. Back.